today we're doing the final product review video for the Purr-Fect Groomer, which is the apparatus that Charlie is standing on. It is a cylinder that cats can enter in through these grooming discs to eat their food or drink water or whatever you want to put inside that will attract them to go inside. So I'm going to point out the features of it and that sort of thing. What I found in our review videos is some people like shorter videos, some people like longer videos. So at the beginning I'm just going to go through what the features and benefits of it are, and then later on in the video there's footage of how I went about training the cats to go in and out of the groomer, as well as more little details. So the Purr-Fect Groomer is actually a product that isn't on the market yet. It is going to be a Kickstarter campaign that will have launched by the time our product review launches, but won't be ready to go into production quite yet. So there's going to be a link in the About section of this video where you can join in on the campaign. Okay, so the circumference entrance is 21 inches. So if you're wondering if it's going to work for your large breed cat, you just need to measure their torso with the fur compressed to make sure that they can get in and out of the Purr-Fect Groomer. Unfortunately, you can't really go based on weight because a cat's weight isn't indicative of their height and length or their circumference, but Charlie is a 14-pound cat. So these two slots right here are where you can put dry food or water, and they hold up to, I think, 10 cups of dry food. I am not an advocate of dry food, so we haven't used it for that. What we've used it for is I've put treats in there like I have with Charlie, and then also there's this little sliding door back here where you can put in wet food or water. And this sliding door is actually going to have a little lip on it so that when you pull it up it won't slide completely out. This Purr-Fect Groomer that we have is one of their prototypes. And then the lid of the Purr-Fect Groomer can easily be taken off for cleaning or access to your cat. For example, if your cat won't come out of the Purr-Fect Groomer. Trig sometimes won't come out of the Purr-Fect Groomer. So this allows you to have easy access to your kitty to pull she or he out, and then also to clean it as you need to. And then it just lays back on. They are going to make it more supportive in this area so that it doesn't go down like that. Now, the most important part are the grooming discs, and that is this part right here. So there's kind of two what I would call CD cases that you put the grooming disc into. And the grooming disc are almost like a felted material, and they're just, you just take them out and then put a new one in and then line it back up and slide it back down into the grooming area. These aren't perfect squares, so you do have to, these are new grooming discs right here, and if you pull it out, then you just line it up, put it in, snap it in, and then slide it back down in. The other thing are these handles. You can go through to the inside of the groomer, and Charlie and Trig have liked to play, pawsy or something, I don't know, like footsie, but with their paws, which is really cute and fun to watch. So the idea of this thing is just to collect the loose hair that's sitting on your cat already. It's not about, it's not in replacement of a brush, or it's not in replacement of your other grooming things. It's just to help your current grooming situation. But I think it's also an awesome product for cats that live in houses with dogs and babies, because it allows them to have a safe place where they can eat, where they're not going to be, their tail's not going to be pulled, their hair's not going to be pulled, the dog's not going to get to the food. This would have been an ideal thing for Rags growing up. because we had a small child and a dog. I'm smiling at my sister who's filming this because she was a small child, that, you know, he couldn't always eat in peace if he were out in the open. Okay, so as you guys know, we always do an arrival unboxing video, and that's been done, and I'll link to it in the About section below. And readers asked some Q&A questions that I said I would cover in the review video, so I wanted to get to those. One person was concerned about the size of it. You guys don't know how big I am, but it's really not that big. I can wrap my arms around it, but I know that there are, you know, size considerations, and that's just something that you'll have to look at for you and your home and what works for you. The amount of times that you would need to change the grooming disc and the filters, well, that's the same thing, but it's just going to be, it's so subjective. It depends on your cats, how much they're shedding. Like in Kansas City right now, it's springtime, so they're shedding a lot more. If it was the middle of summer, they wouldn't be shedding as much. So it's so subjective that it's hard to know how much, how many you need to replace. But they'll have that information in the Kickstarter. And also, how much hair it takes off is going to be completely subjective based on the cats and how much hair they're losing, if they're long-haired cats, short-haired cats. Is it going to be easy to clean out to get your food? I showed you that this whole top is completely removable, so yes, it is relatively clean to clean out. You know, wipe it down and vacuum it out. Will food get warm if it's left in there too long? Yeah, I mean, you know, this is a product I think that's designed to be inside, so as long as your ambient temperature inside is fine, then you're going to leave food in it as you would outside the Purr-Fect Groomer. Is it going to be too hot for a cat to eat in there through the summer? Again, it depends on where you're putting this thing. If you're putting it outside in the direct sunlight, no, it's not. That's not a good idea ever for anybody, even small children. So you want to just, you know, keep it inside, I would think. My house is always 68 degrees Fahrenheit, so that's what this thing probably is. Do they make different size ones, or does it come in a different color? No, right now this is going to be the size and color of the launch. But, you know, if the Purr-Fect Groomer does well, if they go into production and they end up selling, I'm sure that they will come out with different sizes and different colors. Somebody said, am I the only person who thinks it's too small? No, that is always one of the first things that I feel like someone says to me. And I have footage after this initial beginning part of the video to show you that the cats aren't bothered by the size. They eat willingly inside of it. So that's definitely not an issue. Somebody asked me about the grooming disc and if they can be lily brushed. So I wanted to show you how they do lily brushed. So this is a lily brush. It's just a pet hair remover. That's supposed to do it. And they don't really do that well lily brushed, but you can certainly do it. Can the grooming disc be reused? The problem with reusing the grooming disc is that this material is like paper thin, and it has to have some sort of strength to it so that when the cat goes through, it pulls the hair off of them. If it doesn't have that stiffness to pull on the hair, then it's not going to work. So I do think you could lily brush them once or twice and then, you know, go maybe once and then use them again. But then after that, I think the stiffness is going to change. And that's, again, so subjective on how many times your cats are going in and out of it. I've been working closely with the company that is bringing this out, Watchorn Products, and they said, you know, that it's going to vary if the cat is eating dry food, wet food, or whatever. Okay, so I think that wraps it up for the shorter review of the Purr-Fect Groomer. I've been very pleased with the product. I think it's a great idea and will provide a solution for many people. and mini cats. And a link to the Purr-Fect Groomer's Kickstarter campaign will be in the About section. If you're watching this video after their Kickstarter campaign has ended, I will also have a link to their website so that if it's a year or so from now, you can also buy that through their website. We'll see you next time. This is feeding Charlie and Trig in the Purr-Fect Groomer. So this is wet food with some freeze-dried treats on top. And also, they're not eating this wet food very well right now, so that's why I put the freeze-dried treats on top. And there's a little door on the back here where you can open up to the Purr-Fect Groomer. It doesn't need to slide off like that, but I accidentally did that when I just did it. And then you just slide it inside until you we'll figure out to go in there to get it. Now Trig's going in. I'm not sure if they're interested in this food right now, so that might be the problem. Yep, he's gonna go for it. So you guys can see how the going in pulls against his fur, and then as a result pulls the hair off of him. A lot of people talked about how the Purr-Fect Groomer might be too small for Charlie and Trig, but as you can see, he's happy in there. He's not having a problem eating in there, and neither is Charlie. So, to me, sometimes humans decide the size of something rather than allowing the cat to decide, and my cats have decided the Purr-Fect Groomer is a fine size, based on the fact that they're comfortable entering, spending time in there, eating, and exiting. If they weren't comfortable in it, they wouldn't eat in there. My cats don't eat when they're uncomfortable. They don't eat at the vet. They won't eat in high-stress situations. So if they're eating, they're comfortable. Okay, watch Charlie come out. You see how it pulls on his hair? Okay, everybody, this is about a week's worth of the grooming disc, and for the purpose of product review, we are going to remove them at this point. I probably would keep them on here longer, I think, than a week, just because they don't look totally full yet. But you can see there's quite a bit of hair, and then there's hair here too in the second layer. And the cats haven't had an issue going in and out of it at all, which has been superb. So that's a pretty good chunk of hair there. I think, to quantify the hair would be impossible because, I mean, everything's gonna vary. I'm in Kansas City, it's springtime. You might be in New Mexico and it's winter, and you might not have long-haired cats, you might have short-haired cats. So it just depends on how much you're gonna get off. But we're gonna trade these out for new. And you can reuse these. The only problem of reusing is that you need the stiffness of these triangles so that when they go through them, it pulls the hair off of them. So as you can imagine, over time, the stiffness of these changes, and therefore doesn't grab as much hair. Trig absolutely loves to be on top of this thing, and it does have a little bit of a sag there, so I'm not sure if it truly is made to support the weight of him, but, well, that's what's happening. So here are the old grooming disc, and I've put the new grooming disc in these little black inserts. And all you do is the grooming discs come with these holes. You push them in the holes, and then you have to line this thing up correctly. It's not a perfect square, so you just, turn it 90 degrees to figure out when it is at the right place. And then once this is done, you just slide it into this section there, and then that's the second go. And you see the grooming disc in work there as he entered. And this would be a quicker way to get to get them groomed, just because that would be, you get them by doing treats and throwing them, you get them in and out pretty quickly. Hello Floppycatters! Today is the first day of our review video for the Purr-Fect Groomer, which Charlie is sitting on now. Part of the review is to kind of show how the cats react to going inside of the groomer, but today is a big day because we're going to put the Groomer Disc in. So these are the Groomer Discs, and then we're going to put them in there, and then those are going to slide down in here. Okay, so he's kind of going crazy about the smell. It must be the Groomer Disc. Yes, it is. So this is a pack of 8. I pulled out 2, and we're gonna put them, basically, you put them inside of this. As so, and then I'm gonna close it down when he's done smelling. But they're pretty, you know, they're just kind of felty things, so I don't think, you know, the cats won't have a problem necessarily. It shouldn't bother them too much. Both Groomer Disc holders have the Groomer Disc inside, and so I'm just going to slide them in down into these little slots. I think I'm gonna need 2 hands to do that. But first I'm gonna show or give Charlie an incentive to go inside, and then I think what I'll do is put them in so that he has to go out of it. Okay, I've pulled out some greenies, which is not a good treat to give them, but it is like kitty crack, and when you want them to do something, it's a good treat to go for. So he sees it in there. See who goes for it. Okay. Gotta go all the way in, Bubby Boo. That's awesome. Bub, gotta go back in. Bub. Dang it. There's a little side door over here where you can put in wet food. How you get back in here? Chicky goes in there a lot just like to get away from me. When I'm running after him. I chase my cats sometimes for fun. Like a hide and go seek type of thing. Go get it! Smart cat. They're not going all the way in there. Alright, we got 2. I don't give them these greenies very often, so I have to watch our consumption level. Otherwise we'll have tarry poop. That's one of the reasons I got them off of dry food, because of tarry poop. Okay, I just put him in there. This would feel so claustrophobic for me. I feel kind of bad for him. Let's see if he goes out. He's my adventuresome cat, so I'm hoping he'll... Look at Chiggy. Hey, Charlie, are you in there? But what is it? Go fruiters. Go fruiters. They're like, wait, why does this have a cover on it now? Hold tight. What's up? Ooh, Chiggy. Oh, this is a game? Oh, this is a nice game. Chiggy's like, not sure about this. So definitely only one ragdoll at a time in this thing. Hysterical. Bub, you're gonna come out, Ayers? Bub, we gotta come out. Right here. Come on. Come on. Come on. You gotta go fruit ears. Alright, I'm gonna get the bag of greenies. I bet they'll come out. Come on, Bub. Come on. Come on. There you go. There you go. Come on. Come on. Charlie is not one for confined spaces, so that's why I'm giggling. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on. You're gonna be pros at this in no time. Yes, 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 good boy. Okay, so you can see how the groomer disc, okay, cool. But there's one more in there. Okay, so I had to guide him through the second time. Poor chiggies. Where are my cheats? Bob, I think there's one more. I think you're sitting on it. I think you're sitting on it. Get it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Back through. Come on. Come on. Get the bag again. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on. You definitely have to have a cat that is hunger motivated to do this. Come on, sweet boy. Come on. Come on. Let's go. You can come out here. Come on. Come on. You can get out of there. You gotta get out of there. You can go nuts if you don't get out of there. There he goes. Because he heard it be thrown. Good job, Boo. Good job, Bubba Boo. There you go. Alright, take your... Okay, I just locked Charlie up and then forced Trig through there. See if he knows how. He's pretty smart, so... Hey, get out of there. Come on. Come on. You got it. You got it. Good kitty. Come on, baby. He's smart. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, baby. Aha! And the greenies win. Came out and I forced him back in for the video. There he goes. He's got it. Yes, good kitty. It's over here, Tigdoo.